Welcome to today's program, everyone. I am with the owners of Kennedy Martial Arts. Happy to introduce to you Patrick and Marie Kennedy. Happy to meet you. And I have to say, for all the years I've lived in the community, 20 plus, I pass this corner almost every day. And I've often wondered, gee, I wonder what goes on in there. Occasionally I've seen people coming and going in white little uniforms, and I know very little about martial arts. So that's what we are here to learn about today. We want to know about the Kennedy Martial Arts Center. And first, perhaps some background, some history on the two of you, husband and wife.
Yes.
Did both of you do this skill in your childhood, and you just met and decided that you wanted to open a center?
Yes. Yeah, similar. I'll let you speak to it. You.
Yes, we actually met through the martial arts. Our schools blended together. We met. Our daughter started martial arts. So she's, our oldest daughter has been doing it since she was 3 years old. She's 30 now. So we kind of became the family that does martial arts.
17 how did both of you get interested in it in the first place?
I had always been interested in it since I was a kid in the 70s. I mean, at the time, Bruce Lee and then Chuck Norris were
from the movies.
Yeah, from the movies. You at least in that time, those were the big people that I looked up to, and so I was always interested in it from there on out. And I started and stopped, and I did that a few times, and then finally, in the early 90s, I found a school that I really enjoyed with my instructor, Grandmaster C.I. Kim, and I've been with him ever since. And then he's slowly retiring, as he says, and we opened our studio, and he will come in once in a while and teach us here, and
I bet you're happy when that happens.
It's fantastic.
Well, do you need to have an inborn skill to do this in the first place?
I think it requires a lot of perseverance.
Yes, it's not necessarily like you have that talent already to do it. I mean, anyone that just has the motivation to try it and do it will be able to. I mean, it's not everyone can come in and do the spinning hook kicks and all that fun stuff. It's something that is, I tell everyone, it's muscle memory. So it's the more you practice, the more you get better at it.
So is it also considered, it's sport, but is it also for self-defense? Is that why people learn the technique?
Absolutely. There's a lot of different reasons people come in to train in the martial arts. Some want that self-defense. Some police officers will come in because they want weapons retention training or how to disarm a weapon if
So do you work with the Elk Grove Village Police a lot?
We work with several different departments, yes.
Oh.
Other groups come in because they want to lose a little weight, or the child needs more discipline, or the child needs self-confidence.
Just a lot of energy they need to get.
There's that too.
Yeah.
Well, how many students do you have here?
Currently, right now, I believe we have about 135.
And
students.
Then you run
It's
different level classes throughout the week.
The ages of our students right now range from 4 to almost 60 years old.
And can everyone be successful as long as they have the mental mindset?
I believe so.
Yes.
I could do this?
Yes,
why not?
absolutely.
Well,
Our oldest student was in his 70s, so
He did Tai Chi for a while.
yes, and he's
Do you teach Tai Chi?
yes,
Yes.
and he actually
That I
is
love.
teaching at the Schaumburg Park District presently. So
Oh.
Yeah, we do teach a variety of different styles. We have our Korean style, which is Taekwondo, and Tang Soo-do, which is Korean karate. We also teach our Chinese style, which is Shaolin Kung Fu and Tai Chi Chuan. And then we also have our Filipino style, which is Dikiti Tirsa Siradas Kali.
My goodness. Well, how would one know, coming in the door, what they would want to pursue?
It all depends on what their interests are. Normally, it would, most people that would come in,
and Sambo.
and Sambo, yes. We also teach Sambo. But most people that would come in, they already have some sort of an idea of what they would like to learn. Do they want to learn the stand-up aspect of the martial arts, which is the punching, the kicking? They would like more weapons-based, or they would like more of a ground fighting or
Wrestling.
Well, I'm seeing a rack of weapons over here that's very intimidating. So the students work with those?
Yes, at the higher levels.
I would hope.
Yes, at the higher levels.
After a lot of training.
Yes.
They
Most
look
of,
very dangerous.
yeah, yes. Most of those weapons are at our black belt level and above. So as they're working through the black belt curriculum, they'll start on some of those. The rack in the corner is our sword rack that our Filipino martial artists use to train with. Those are trainers, they're not actual real swords, but they're used to help simulate a sword. That way they know how to disarm it or how to defend against it.
How many years has the Kennedy Martial Arts been here now?
We opened in 2005, so
September of 2005.
17 years. Is that right?
17 years in
Did you
September.
start with just a handful of students and,
Yes.
and grow to this
Yes.
Yes.
number now? Mm-hmm.
Yes, we started with probably about 10 or so students, and then we've grown. Prior to COVID, we were probably close to 200 students. Then COVID hit, and that kind of
Like
hurt
everything
everyone.
now.
And now we're starting to kind of get back at it.
Well, we're here today to feature some of the finest young people in our community. So with pride, tell us about these students that have just achieved such remarkable recognition.
Well, these students have been with us for most of their lives. One of them is our daughter, Erin, and pretty much all of them are our children. We have the most children in anyone. We consider them as our children. They consider us as their second family, and we are very, very proud of them. It took a lot of determination to get to where they're at right now. Patrick put them through hours of training every day. They pretty much gave up their summer to be here 4 to 6 to 7 hours every day to train. We had to make sure that they're eating correctly, they're getting enough sleep, they're drinking enough water.
How do you monitor all that when they're outside of your studio?
Well, we have the help of their parents.
Oh.
Their parents are a big help through all this. They gave us notes on and text us and say, I think Aisha's not drinking enough water. We need to get her to drink
that
more
has
water.
to be hard during their difficult as a teenager with other friends that unless these are mainly the friends that they stay with.
They
then.
do have other friends, of course, but the good thing is they do enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
And they look forward to training and actually coming. So that's a big part of it. It's something that they kind of look forward to every day and are happy to be around each other. So it was a great experience for them just to do all of this all summer.
Oh, Patrick, do you consider yourself a very strict disciplinarian? Because Marie was saying you put them through a really tough practices.
Yes, we set a goal at the beginning of the year, and we asked the black belts who wants to be on the competition team, and this group selected to be on it. So then we said, well, we have goals. This year is the first year they're hosting the WUKF Worlds in the U.S. It's never been held here before, so we want to make Team USA. And then my Taekwondo group wanted to go to nationals, so we had to make sure that they were ready to go to the state qualifier and the regional qualifier as well. So we had goals that we had set forth, and I told them I'm going to have to push them to get to that level, because we don't want to go there and just be happy getting there.
Yeah, you want to achieve.
Yeah, our goal was to be competitive. If they brought back medals, fantastic. But our first goal was to make the teams and get to that level.
So let me ask you, did they bring back medals?
They did. They did. I'm
Absolutely.
very proud of all
Absolutely.
of them. Both our Taekwondo group and Karate group performed very well, and I could not be happier. In addition to that, as we were going through the process, I was selected to be one of the Team USA coaches for karate. So I also participated in training not just our group, but other students, and then coaching students that I had never met before, but they were Americans on Team USA. So it went very well. It was a fantastic experience for both myself, my wife, as well as for the kids. And the kids did awesome. I could not be more
Yes.
proud of them.
The highlight of your life so far, I would dare say.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's funny, when they were getting selected, they kept asking me, "Did you get selected?" And I said, "I don't
Oh.
care, as long as you guys get
Oh.
selected. That's the important thing." And then eventually I was selected as well. But the important thing for me was their achievements, knowing that we pushed them and they went with the program, and now look at where they're standing and
Well,
what they've
both of
achieved.
you will always be such an important part of their life forever.
We hope so.
Yeah.
We
And now
hope
will
so.
all this training just pick up and continue?
Yes, we have tournaments this fall, and then it kind of slows down once we hit October. And then we'll start the program again in January. We'll talk to them about next year's goals and the tournaments and where they want to go and what they want to do. And we'll
Well,
start
some of them
back
will
up.
be leaving, though, going on to college.
Yes.
Oh.
Sadly, that's part of
Like,
life.
But I
yeah.
know some of them have decided that they will continue even through college. We still do offer Zoom classes, so they have.
Oh, I was going to say, so
um,
do the different colleges offer, but they're going to Zoom
Mhm.
to be part of you?
Yes, they are still part of us when they come home. The joke is when they come home to do their laundry or to have their moms do their laundry,
Uh-huh.
they can come in and do classes anytime they want to. Holiday breaks, everything like that. We've had a student that went to Poland for school, for dentistry school, and he continued up his rank while in Poland through us.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we've offered that, and we've had students that have, thrived doing that as well.
Well, I would assume that your enrollment is going to grow after the exposure to the achievements of these young people.
We certainly hope so. They deserve all the accolades. They worked very
They
hard.
worked very hard.
I pushed them so that they could be competitive, and they went above and beyond our expectations.
Wonderful. For anyone like me and many of the viewers who know very little about martial arts, what is the one thing that stands out for you that is the benefit of this skill?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's more than one.
I can't pick just one
You can list
particular
them
thing.
then. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, it depends on the age level, I think. The younger they are, it's mostly the focus and the attention and the confidence. A lot of kids, there's certain kids that are always been kind of nervous around other people, being on stage or anything like that. I think it's helped them grow into more confident individuals. Not just through the martial arts, but it's also brought out the best in them in the other sports or any other extracurricular activities that they partake in. That's I think the biggest thing for that age level. For our teenagers, I think it's just the same thing almost, being able to kind of be out of their shell and be more confident and help with their studies and adding it to their college
sure.
applications, getting ready for college. For the adults, it's mostly exercise and getting themselves out there and fit and staying fit.
Self-defense.
Self-defense as well. That's a big thing even for teenagers. A lot of parents come in and bring their kids in because they want to make sure that they're ready for the world
Yes.
and being able to protect themselves.
Anti-bullying as well.
Yes,
And
that's
that-
something
yeah,
we
that's
we
become so
stress. Yes.
Yeah.
prevalent these
Mhm.
days.
And I think, some of our older adults come in, it's more about, like she was saying, more about fitness and movement. And there's a social aspect to it as well. Being able to meet other people, doing something that is going to help you in the long run, and at the same time, go out and talk to other people in the community and and have that aspect.
Yeah, there's a good camaraderie amongst the adults in the school.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be showing your contact information. You're open year-round?
Yes.
Yes, 6
Year
days a
round,
week.
6 days a week.
Oh, you take one day of rest.
That's right.
Yes, yes.
And you're both here all the time?
Yes, we're here all the time.
And you work
24/7 we're
together as husband and wife?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's working out well for
Yes.
us.
So far, so good.
Yes.
And your children, wow. So for anyone out in the community who've gotten a little enticement here, that maybe they'd like to stop by and learn some skills, whether for themselves or for their children, how can they reach you?
The best thing to reach us would be to call the phone number, which is 847-891-8731, or they can stop by anytime from 4 to 9 p.m., Monday to Fridays. Saturdays we're here from 9 until 3 p.m. So they can always stop by. We welcome anyone. If they have any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them.
Our address is 1199 Beesterfield Road, and alternatively, if they feel a little intimidated with coming in or picking up the phone, they could email us at info@tangsudo.com. It's TANGSOO, D as in David, O.com.
Would they be able to come and just sit and observe?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you welcome that?
Yes,
Yes.
And
absolutely.
come and take a peek?
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Okay, that's great. I'm sure many people will be interested after seeing the accomplishments of your young people.
Would love.
Now when I pass by, I will have much better knowledge about what takes place in here. Can't wait to meet the students, hear about their accomplishments, and congratulations to Patrick and Marie. What success. I can see, look at the smiles.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
it's a
you.
pleasure to meet you today.
Pleasure
Yeah.
is ours.
Okay, and we will be right back with the program.